Hey YouTube, it's Michael VSG coming at you with a timeline video. Today is April 15th, 2013. Want to do this video to... was talking to my mom this weekend and thinking about things in my life that has impacted my life and trying to pinpoint when I got so big. So this is just a timeline of I know in high school, my senior year, I was anywhere between 200 and 215, which I felt fat then. I felt huge. So that's where I'm going to start. So in August of 93, Stephen was born, my son. I also started, I went into 12th grade, my senior year. So so Stephen was born in August. I graduated in 94. In 95, I moved out of my parents' house, got engaged to Angela, and we were married in April. In 96, Michelle was born. In 98, Matthew was born. So that's my three children, Stephen, Michelle, and Matthew. In 99, 99 was a very hard year. So in June of 99, Michelle went to the emergency room. She was in the backyard. She was sniffing some pool chlorine, and a piece of it got lodged in her nose. That was 1 week. The following week, my grandmother passed away, my mom, and that was really hard on me. Me and her had a connection. We were super close. It was very difficult time. I miss her to this very day. And then a week later, Michelle went back to the emergency room. She was jumping on the bed and fell off and busted her chin open on the nightstand. And then, like 2 to 3 weeks later, in July, my wife's Meemaw passed away. And then in 2000, in March of 2000, my wife lost a brother. So I lost my brother-in-law. He was probably 7, maybe 8 years old at the time. And then in April, my dad had a heart attack and stroke back to back on the same day. So close I don't know which one came first. And that was very difficult for me to walk into the house and see my dad, first thing in the morning laying on the floor as the ambulance was pulling in. It was very, very hard. And then later on in 2000, it was determined that I take over the family business. In 2001, Tropical Storm Allison came in and flooded my shop. We had about 2 foot to 3 foot of 2 foot to 2.5 feet of water here in the office. It was devastating to lose a bunch of stuff. Also in 2001, my sister got married, which that was a high point. And in 2002, me and my wife dove into 4-H with the kids and just pushed real hard and kind of drowned everything out with 4-H and the kids trying to block out bad stuff. And then my sister's first son, Alfred, he was born in 2002. Can't think of much that happened in 2003. 2004, my sister's second child, Oliver, was born, and then my pawpaw passed away. When my pawpaw passed away, that was it was really hard because now I'd lost both grandparents on my mom's side. Um, he was a very stern, hard man. But me and him, had a connection. It's like, he would always say, "Hey, you're my bodyguard, right?" And I was like, "That's right, I'm your bodyguard. I'll take care of you." And I remember I was here at work one day. He didn't live far from here, so he would pop in all the time. And he did kooky stuff like he walked with a cane, and he'd hold his cane up and he'd play air guitar with it, and I mean it was constant stuff like that. And well, I was sitting here, and my uncle pulls in, and he tells me that he had passed away, and I had to call my mom and my dad, and um, tell them, which, was very hard for me to tell my mom that her dad had passed away. Oh, and back up. That was in 2004. An event that happened in 2003. It was late 2003. It was December. My mom and dad separated. So 2004, Oliver was born, and my pawpaw passed away. In 2005, another person that I had a connection with that touched my life as an early child. She was an older lady. She was the children's church director at church and Sunday school leader. Her name was Sister Faith. She passed away, and I took that kind of hard. I had a connection with her, loved her dearly, and miss her. And that was 2005. Also in 2005, my mom and dad's divorce was final, and I took that really hard. It was hard. In 2006, Charlotte was born, my sister's third child and only girl. She was born, and me and Angela started our own 4-H group, County Line 4-H. And we were like hot and heavy involved in it. We were the club leaders, trying to get it off the ground, make it a great success, and everything. For the next, not much happened in 2005 that I can remember. 2007 that I can remember. We pushed 4-H real hard. All the kids were in it. We were doing rabbit shows all over Texas. Just very busy, and I think we did that. I think I did that as an out. That was my time where I could step away from life, and I was with the kids doing something fun, doing something positive. In 2008, work got really bad. The economy really hit the shop. And also, my sister's fourth child and last child, Theodore, was born. And he is such a great child. I love all of my sister's kids so much, and I don't think my sister and brother-in-law realizes the impact that her children have on me and how much I love them. Every day, every time I get to see them, it's a joy, and I love her kids. I love their kids. They're really special nieces and nephews to me. And then also in 2008, Meemaw passed away. This was a lady that I consider a grandmother. She this is this video is harder than I thought it was going to be. This is like the third time I've tried to make this video. She took my dad in off the street in his late teens and tried to set him straight. You know, she was my Meemaw, and she passed away in 2008. In 2009, I'm looking at my notes. My mom moved in with us, and that's all. 2010, we moved into our new house. My sister and brother-in-law moved to a new house, and we just moved into their old house. It was bigger, with my mom living with us and everything. So, and then later on, my wife lost her job that same year, and she was lost her job in the industry that she was in, and went a couple of months with unemployment and trying to find a job, and finally settled on she was a cashier. You know, she ended up being a cashier at Walmart for about a year and a half or so before she got back into her industry. So we were having major financial times with the shop work being slow, and now the major cut in income that we were pretty much living off her checks and what I could bring in. So that was in 2010. 2011, Stephen graduates high school. Stephen also, that summer, me and him had a rocky period of time for a couple of months, and it really wasn't a good time for us. And he ended up moving out after a heated argument and everything. And he moved out. And then that was in like August. And then like in September, my Mystic, my future daughter-in-law, she lost two brothers that really it impacted me because it impacted Stephen and Mystic so much in their family. So that was a hard time for everybody. And then in November, Stephen and Mystic got married. So, and then 2012, I'm going to do it by months, pretty much, because there was so much that happened in 2012. In April, my first granddaughter was born, Jaden. In July, the end of July, 1st of August, I had a blood clot in my leg that broke loose and went into my lungs, and I almost died in the hospital the first week of July. And I was diagnosed with a blood clotting disorder called lupus anticoagulant blood disorder that I'll probably have for the rest of my life. That was July. August, I was hospitalized again in the same leg. I had cellulitis, which is a real bad, dangerous infection. I had also looked into getting weight loss surgery in 2012 before I had the blood clot, and that just pushed my wanting surgery off. They told me to wait till October. So October comes around, and I'm geared up, ready to have surgery. I go talk to a surgeon. We discuss me getting the sleeve, and he sets a surgery date. He's getting an insurance approval, and the insurance comes back and says, "Nope, you're not having surgery with him. He's not off. He's not in our list of surgeons and facilities." So that was a down point for me. And then in November, I found a new surgeon. Found out that my insurance wanted me to do 6 months of nutritional counseling, which I didn't want to do that. I wanted surgery now. I didn't want to wait, and it was just a hard month for me. December comes along, and I I find out that my insurance changed their mind. I don't have to have 6 months of nutritional counseling, and it's a go for surgery. Um, then I'm hospitalized again for a blood problem with my lupus anticoagulant. And I'm scared to death that's going to push my surgery date off, which I had a surgery date at that time for December 29th. Well, luckily it didn't. Had surgery December 29th. January of 2013, I was hospitalized again for some abdominal pains shortly after surgery. The same day that I was hospitalized, my mom was hospitalized for a anemia problem. We were both in hospital at the same time for about a week. And then March and the end of March and April, up to date, I've been hospital 2 more times within a 2-week period due to my blood, my INR being too low, my blood being, too high, being too thin. So we're working on a new treatment for my Coumadin treatment. We're looking for a new medicine. So in the meantime, between 2000 and now, I've had the privilege to still be able to deal with my father, not deal with, but help him out. He's had numerous heart attacks and strokes since then, numerous surgeries. We've almost lost him a couple of times. He had some neck fusions and ended up getting an abscess in there, infection, and we almost lost him. He's had a defibrillator put in, a pain pump, multiple, stress tests and heart casts, and to see him in so much pain every day, it takes a toll on everybody. But just thinking about everything that's happened over the past 19 years, 20 years, I've been through a lot, it had become an emotional eating. I ate around good parts of my life. I ate around the bad parts. I ate around the scary parts. I ate to be happy. I ate when I'm sad. And between 1993 and 2012, when I had surgery, I gained roughly 207 pounds, which was my all-time low, mentally, physically, everything, when I hit 407. And when I took my official weight of 407 in November of 2012. So, doing this video just so to put it out there so y'all know what led me up to being as big as I am, and I hope it inspires some more of y'all to do a timeline video. And that also lets you know a little bit more about me. And everything. So I'm already pushing 19 minutes almost, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here and follow up tomorrow with my regular weekly update. So I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow. So remember, you're worth being loved, so love yourself. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.